we're going to study the A2 grammars, A2 grammar points. Okay? So here, some things I think are quite easy. I'll go fast. Some things are maybe a bit new, a bit more important for you. So this we already discussed, remember? Let's just review it. We have here how to make questions, word ordering questions, right? We have these question words like what, how, where, etc. Usually WH, right? WH word. And the auxiliary verb, helping verb, the subject, and the main verb. Okay? So this is the structure you have normally for all the verbs except the verb to be, right? So the verb to be you have here only the be, subject, and, for example, an adjective or anything, nothing. Okay? So you don't have this auxiliary verb. Actually, the auxiliary here is just a normal verb, main verb. I think it's not auxiliary be. It's just main verb be. Okay? Okay. So if you want to remember this, is like this mnemonic, quasm. Remember, what was the word order for normal sentences? We had subject, verb, object, place, time. Yes. So for questions in general, it's quasm. Yes, question word, auxiliary verb, subject, and the main verb. Okay? What are you doing, for example? What are you doing? Right? What is the question word? Are is the verb to be as an auxiliary verb. Subject, you. Main verb, doing. So what are you doing? Okay? Then if you have with the be, then you will not have that instead of auxiliary verb, subject verb, you will just have that verb to be in the place of the auxiliary. Right? Okay. So those that can go in the auxiliary here, in this auxiliary verb house, what are these verbs? Be, do, have. Can, or modals. Remember modals? Can, could, will, would, should. They are modals, right? Modal verbs. Okay? So have can be a main verb and can be an auxiliary verb, right? Verb to be as well can be a main verb. Okay? So just be careful in this case. For example, for other uses of have, we need an auxiliary verb. For example, have you got? Remember this? Have got? Remember this thing? Have got? Have got has the meaning of have, present. Right? So in that case, you can use it as an auxiliary verb like this. Have you got any brothers or sisters? This means do you have? You understand? Have you got any brothers or sisters is the same as do you have any brothers or sisters. It's the same. Okay? Because you can say yes I have or yes I've got. Right? Have and have got? There is no difference in meaning. It's just a different way of saying the same. Are there? Yes, you can ask that, but are there means you're asking for their existence. It's not the same question. It's not the same question. You want to know that person's brother and sister. So do you have a brother and sister? Not are there brothers and sisters, like where, in the world? Like it's a different question, you know? But it's grammatically okay, okay? Okay, what have you cooked for lunch? Have cooked, this is present participle, you see? Sorry, present perfect. Present perfect, not present participle. Present perfect. I have gone. I have done. I have I have seen. Okay? Okay. So you can also use it as an auxiliary in that case. Okay? But if you're using have as a main verb only like this, for example, I have dinner, or in the past, I had dinner, then you cannot use it like this. You see? Had you dinner. You have to use did to use the verb have as a main verb, right? So, for example, have you to do it now? No. Do you have to do it now? Right? Because you're not using have got. So have got, you can use have as an auxiliary, or the present perfect, I have done, you can use have as an auxiliary. But if it's just have by itself in whatever tense, then you have to use the do or the other ways of asking, no? Okay? So just because it's have, you cannot just put it in front. Do you understand the point? What?
What is the meaning of what do you have to do it now?
Do you have to do it now? Yeah, for example, we have to do a casino.
Yeah.
Do we have to do it now? Can we do it later? You understand? That's the question. Do you have to do it now? Have here means you must.
Have to come together.
Yeah, have to do, this means you must do. You have no option. Okay? Paviveka, can you come over here? I cannot see him. Okay? Okay, so have got only has a present form. Okay, no? Remember, you cannot say had got. In the past, I had got something. Don't say that. Only in the present, I've got something. Okay? Okay. Now, these are the question words. Question words, you see who, where, when, why, how. I think you're quite used to these words, right? Let's just go through them. Who talks about a person. This is different from the relative pronoun who. Okay? Who, place, where, okay, time, when, reason, why. Manner, the way you do it something is how, right? The object or action is what. What could be many things, yeah. Objects. Choice, which. You have an option. This or this. Which one? Which. This is the word you use to ask. Possession. Like sami, sambandha, whose. You already know this. So time you have to ask like this. What time? Or you could say like when, right? Here, when, also time. Or you can use what kind of things you do, for example. Different types of things, right? What kind? A description of something, no? How many? You're asking about the quantity. How much or how many of something? A lot? A little? Right? Quantity uncountable. How much? Right? So how much or how many, depending whether it is countable or uncountable. Right? Duration. How long? Yeah, how long? Could be with regard to time. How long? Could be also distance. Okay? How far is distance as well? Okay, so both can be used for distance. Length, you see, length or duration. Frequency, how often? Frequency, what could be an answer? Every day, every week, sometimes, rarely. These are frequency, right? Adverbs of frequency, right? And the age, how old? How old is something? Okay? Sometimes you can use how long in terms of duration. For example, how long ago did you begin studying Dhamma? Okay? So let's, you have these, let's send these images, no? I'll send this image to our group. Where is our WhatsApp? And then you have these tables. IIT English class. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, I think Paviveka, you can go over here, IIT English class. Are you in IIT English class? Can you ask him? You in Nikum. Nikum. Do you have WhatsApp? Do you have WhatsApp? Huh? Okay, later you can add him over there, okay? So if you go to WhatsApp, okay, Paviveka, WhatsApp, IIT English class, then you go over here, description, then you have over here, you see, English e-reader, Ramnote, Busu, Oxford Learners Dictionary. This is what we are using now, you see, testenglish.com. Let's keep this one first. Oh, sorry. Certain links. Okay. Here. Testenglish.com, you see? Okay, done. So you can look at this website, okay? This website over here, okay? Test English, you see? Test English. Okay. So you have this table. Now these question words, nothing very difficult, I think, for you. Let's put this over here. Question words. Sorry. Okay, word order. Continue. Let's go on. Question words. Okay. Let's see a few more things. You use how much to ask the price of something, no? If you want to know how much, so the price, okay? Yeah, it's like uncountable, okay? And how you want to ask about an adjective, you use how. How tall are you? Okay? Because usually how is the way you do something. How. But in this case, it's a little different, you see? How tall are you? Yeah. Okay? How fast is your car? Okay? Which versus what? Both of them can be used together with a noun. So small number of possible answers, we use which. So you have like 2 options, maybe 3 options. Which one? You see? Which car do you like, the red or the blue? You see? There is 2 possible answers, red or blue. Which car do you like? But there's many possible answers. You ask, what car have you got? Not which car have you got. Which means a few possibilities. Okay? You see this difference? Good for the test. You see this question? Test question?
How much? How many? How many few? How many?
Here, you see, test questions. Which car do you want? What car do you have?
For example, 10 car, which one we use?
If you have like a limited amount, I feel still which would be okay. Which one? There is several. Okay, still okay, but like a limited number or something like. What car have you got? It could be so many, like it's not about choosing a few things, you know? Then like what car do you have? What car have you got? Or what car do you have? Okay? Could be so many things, right? Okay, so that's the answer. So which versus what? Then you can come yourselves over here. Exercises. Okay, Paviveka? You come to exercises and you answer the questions here. How often do you go to the dentist? You go to the dentist. You do go to the dentist. What do you think? What often do you go? How often do you go to the dentist? Okay? How many brothers and sisters have you? Have you got? You have? Have you got? What time can you pick me up? Do you can pick me up? You can pick me up. Can you, right? Where did Tim be last night? Where Tim was last night? Where was Tim last night? Where was Tim last night? You saw John this morning? Or did you see John this morning? Or you did see John this morning? Did you see? Yes, easy. Why did you put that box there? Or why you did put that box there? Or why put you that box there? Why did you put that box there? No? Okay. What do you are doing? Oh wow. Where is Sankicha? Maybe he would write something like this. Colombo, yes. What you are doing with the scissors? What are you doing with the scissors? Yes, the last one. Okay? So you can do this by yourselves. And then you check your answers. Let's check our answers. See? All of the ones we answered are correct. Okay? Okay, we're not going to do everything. You have to do it yourselves.